Who thought you could do this to a light fixture? Just watch.
You are looking at what we would expect to be an adequate saw setup to cut the extrusion for the Stockton Courthouse project. This is a 12-inch slide compound miter saw. Although you will not be performing any compound miters or miters at all, just straight cuts, you do need the additional travel of the slide to get all the way through the housing, being it is 9 inches wide. The tape on the saw is used to protect the housing from being scratched. It's just blue painter's tape. And of critical mention is the saw blade. The saw blade is specifically designed to cut aluminum. It's available at Home Depot. It is made by Freud. That is, Diablo is the line, and what makes it special is the teeth are set at a negative rake. In other words, they point backwards so as to not catch the aluminum when cutting. Okay, we're going. So this is how you need to set up the extrusion to cut in the saw. One, we want to use blue painter's tape again in the location of the cut so we don't chip the paint. You can measure from the end onto the blue painter's tape for your field dimension. When we're putting the fixture into the saw, we want to make sure we're supported at both ends of the extrusion so it's not cantilevering off the end of the saw. I'll take this, put it into the saw so it's nice and square. The top of the fixture should be in the bottom of the saw. The wall side should be against the back of the saw. We can line up our cut, so that's why we know that we're cutting through the fixture at the proper location. Then we want to clamp the fixture into the saw. We're going to use 3 clamping methods. One is going to clamp the fixture into the saw bed. Use a piece of wood to protect the bottom of the fixture and also spread out the clamping force. Then we want to fix the opening of the fixture so there aren't any loose parts. So we want to we'll provide a spacer block that'll fit into the opening of the fixture. And you want to clamp that in place as well to prevent that from moving during the cutting operation. So this is what the setup should look like prior to making the cut. Now when we're using the cut, again, we want to make sure we're using an aluminum blade, negative hook teeth, carbide, again, available at Home Depot. Using a 12-inch slide saw, we want to pull the head of the saw all the way out and start the blade before we enter the fixture. So we pull out, start the blade, and slowly enter into the fixture. We want to make sure the blade has fully stopped before exiting the fixture. And now we have a cut fixture.
Hey, thanks for watching. And so you know, that trimmable feature is available on just about all Forum linear products.